Hello everyone, myself Ami Mehta, and in operating system let us understand the concept of virtual box. What is the virtual box? Is a great open source application that runs on Windows, macOS and Linux. So first of all, it is open source, and virtual box is nothing but the one type of application which application runs on Windows, macOS and Linux. One of the best parts about VirtualBox is that there is no commercial version. This means you get all features for free, including advanced features like snapshots. So, this gives all feature for free, and there is no particular commercial version. This allows you to save a virtual machine state and revert to that state in the future, which is great for the testing purpose. So, this is the VirtualBox software. Now, what is VM Workstation? So, VM Workstation allows for the installation of multiple instances of different operating system, including client and server operating system. It helps, so it basically allows for the installation of multiple instances of different operating system. So, multiple instances of different operating system. Okay. Now it helps the network or system administration to check, test and verify the client server environments. Administrator can also switch between different virtual machines at same time. So whenever it is the requirement that because it helps the network or system administrator to check, test and verify the client server environment. Administrator can also switch between different virtual machines at same time. Now it has some limitation including hardware support, operating system issue and network protocol hurdles. So this is the picture of VM Workstation software. Now what is the Microsoft Hyper-V? We see the example, these are the virtual machine example. So in that this is also Microsoft Hyper-V. So Hyper-V is virtualization software that virtualize software. It can not only virtualize operating system but also entire hardware components such as hard drives, network switches, unlike VirtualBox. So in VirtualBox what happened? It just virtualize operating system. But Microsoft Hyper-V, what it actually does, it virtualize software as well as entire hardware components such as hard drive, network switches, etc. Hyper-V is not limited to the user device, but you can use it for server virtualization also. Now Hyper-V is available in 3 versions: Hyper-V for Windows Server, Hyper-V servers, Hyper-V on Windows 10. So it is mentioned that it is not limited for the user device, but we can use it for also server virtualization. So Microsoft Hyper-V not only virtualize operating system but also entire hardware components, and it also available in 3 versions: for Windows Server and for Windows 10. So this is the picture of Microsoft Hyper-V software. Now let us understand the type of virtual machine. Okay, so what is full virtualization? So virtual machine simulates hardware to allow an unmodified guest OS to be run in isolation. There is 2 type of full virtualization in the enterprise market. On both full virtualization types, guest operating system source information will not be modified. So basically what virtual machine do is simulates hardware to allow an unmodified guest OS to be run in isolation. Now there is 2 types: software assisted full virtualization and hardware assisted full virtualization. It is also referred as true or pure virtualization. It completely relies on binary translation to trap and visualize the execution of sensitive non-virtualization instruction set. It emulates the hardware using the software instruction sets. Due to binary translation, it often criticized for performance issue because it is a binary translation. So there is, but obvious there is a performance issue. So the example is VM Workstation, VirtualBox, Microsoft Hyper-V, VMware Server. So this is the type of virtualization. Now let us discuss the uses of virtual machine. So take trial on newer version of operating system. There is a need of virtualization because we want to try something so that there is no need of actual establishment. At that time we can use virtual machine. So take trial on your version of operating system, virtualization from your own desktop, then test with different operating system. In all this there is requirement of virtual machine. Test with different operating system, utilizing software that requests an outdated operating system, run software formatted for other operating system, test software on many different platforms. Now if we want to test software on different platform, there is a requirement that establishment of physically that platform. But if you are using virtual machine, we can test that software on a single machine using virtualization concept. So test software on many different platforms, compile different servers for business use, for safety and security. So in all these, it is the requirement, or we can say that we can use virtual machine. So this is all about virtual machine, this Microsoft Hyper-V software. Then we discuss what is VMware Workstation, what is virtual box. Okay, thank you.